your pre-final examination would be uploaded next week. No? So once uploaded, kahit hindi nyo naantayin yung araw ng schedule talaga natin. Let's say, ang schedule talaga natin is Friday ng 10 o'clock down to 12. So if I already uploaded the examination on Wednesday, pwede nyo na siyang i-take automatic, no? Okay, so pwede nyo nang i-take. Usually, yung examination nyo naman is hands-on. Okay, which means would allow you to at least have mga I'm not yet done with your examination, pero if it is an online examination na walang included na laboratory, 1 hour lang yung maximum, tapos 1 attempt lang. If it is a hands-on laboratory examination, meaning kailangan siyang i-submit ng weekends. Ganun siya. No? So, currently, hindi pa ako nakagawa ng pre-final examination kasi hindi ko pa na-discuss to. So, pagka na-discuss ko na to, it would be a part of your pre-final examination. So, magiging part na siya ng pre-final examination. So, short lang naman yung discussion natin today. I'll just be discussing forms in HTML5, no? Okay. The logic behind hindi pa natin i-discuss. So, once pumasok tayo sa finals, doon natin siya i-discuss. Okay? So, I only have 13 students na currently in. So, yan. Okay, pakitype nga present for those students who are currently in. Baka mamaya naka-ano lang tayo dyan. Naka-login lang tayo. Tapos umalis tayo dun sa mga ano natin, places natin. I want you to type present for me to be sure that you are currently present as of the moment. Okay, so let's start. Okay, so our what do you call this topic for today is forms. So kapag sinabi natin forms, these are the interactable elements in your HTML. Like for example, if you want to type your name on the web pages, so ito yung mga yon. If you need to have a radio button, a checkboxes, no, yung mga ganon, ito yung mga yon. So these are the interactable elements in your HTML. So halimbawa, no, gagawa kayo ng registration page, no? Ito yung ginagamit mo, forms, no? Now today, you'll be dealing with those, no, together with the formatting of that, no? Okay? Tignan natin whether we could insert already the CSS under that particular topic, yung form na yon. Pero our main focus today is to create examples of forms, no? Mga forms, okay? So, the HTML forms are elements is used to create an HTML form for user input. So usually these are for user input para makita natin yung mga nilalagay ng user natin or to get input from the user. So this element is a container for different types of input elements such as text field, no? You have checkboxes, you have radio buttons, and you have the submit button. So usually ito lang naman yung mga different forms that you can put into an HTML page, no? Now, the HTML input elements are most used for form elements, no? So this can be displayed in many ways depending on the type of attribute na gagamitin mo. Okay, so halimbawa, you could do the text, no? Kapag ka text ang ginamit natin, it would just display a single text input field, no? Mamaya makikita natin yung mga example na yan. Okay? Pagka radio, these are the parang mga bilog-bilog, no, na pinipindot, no? Yung checkboxes, checkboxes, these are the squares, no? Na pagka pinindot natin, you have check on it. Okay, you have the button, submit button. So these are the clickable. And uh, you have buttons then. You have the submit. Okay, yung submit kasi this is automatic a button, no? You have button then, these are the clickable buttons other than submit button. Okay? So, isa-isahin natin yan later on. So, let's have an example, no? Sige, sige. Okay. Tanggalin naman natin ito. Nasa body. Yan, yung paragraph na yan. Okay, let's have an example. Nasa example.html tayo. Check ko lang yung Google Meet natin. Naka-HT tayo. Baka mamaya kasi. Naka-HT na. So, yata. Tingnan ko pa yung pang i-zoom ng konti ito. So, para medyo makita pa natin. Since wala akong PowerPoint presentation, okay, focus on the codes that I am going to present, no, for now. Okay. So, under body, I could do the tag form. Okay, so inside form, yan. Okay, dito natin ilalagay lahat nung form attributes natin, yung mga gusto nating ilagay. So let's say for example, we want to create a form that would ask for the first name and the last name of a particular person, no? Doon sa page natin. So, paano yun? So, these are the code. So, first is the label. Then you have for. Okay. Then, under for, okay, ito yung label, ito yung parang caption nung ano natin, nung gagawin natin. So, let's say F name. And, for first name. And then, close natin. F name, yan yung tag natin for first name. Tapos, ito yung mismong lilitaw dun sa ano natin, sa page natin. Yan. Siya yung lilitaw mismo dun sa page natin. Okay. Then, I could do, okay, pwede akong BR dito para bababa siya. No? BR dito. Pwede yun. Para yung text ko bababa. Pero mamaya ko na ilalagay yung BR para makita naman natin to. Okay? Then, yung input type. Okay? So, lalagyan na natin siya ng input type. Input. Then, yung type is, yan. Hindi na rin tayo mahirapan. You could just select. No? I could do text. And then here, you'll have ID. Okay? Kung kanino siya mapupunta. You can do F name, di ba? Kasi yan yung ano natin eh. F name. Then, name is equals to F name. Kunin natin si, let me open sa example. Okay, so yan siya. Okay. So notice, no? And no? Notice, this is already first name. Ito yung lumitaw. So kung halimbawa, babaguhin ko to. Yan. So, pagbabago tong. Okay, so ibig sabihin ito, itong part na to, ito yung lilitaw dun sa webpage natin. At ito, these are the variable na pwedeng mag-hold dito sa input natin. Okay? So, ito would define kung ano yung object or ano yung element. Ito kasi is equivalent to text. So, text yung nilagay natin. Ito siya. Okay? Para lumabas yung text box mo dito. Okay, tapos, kung kanino mo ina-assign mapunta yung laman. Okay, so, yan. So, ito kay F-name yan. Tapos later on, kakapitan na lang ng database yan para lahat ng nilalagay mo would go directly on the database. Now, kagaya nga na sinabi ko sa inyo, you may put BR in here para bumaba siya. So, ano? So, nasa sa inyo kung yung registration nyo would be like this or nandito. Baka dito. Wala namang kaso yan kahit ano. Now, if you want to add another one, diba, halimbawa, ang target natin is first name and last name, diba? Yung kukuha tayo ng first name and last name. You could just copy and paste this. And then, palitan mo na lang to. Last name. Then, this is L name. Last name. Okay. Then, label din siya kasi nga, syempre, it's a text, no? Tapos text din, ito, this is last name. And the name nung text box na yon is L name. Okay? So, yan, no? So, wala naman silang pinagkaiba dito. So, problema, dumugtong siya doon. So, kailangan ko pa rin maglagay ng BR dito. BR. And, so, ano? Okay, so kung gusto nating lakihan to, pwede naman, no? Okay, so usually ganito siya. Okay, so the form itself is not visible. Also, that take note that the default width of the input field is for 20 characters only. So hanggang 20 characters lang yan. So pwede naman nating habaan yan later. Okay. Now let's move on with the deep discussion about label. Huh? So yung label kasi is used to display screen reader, no? So ibig sabihin kung ano yung parang equivalent na dapat na ilalagay doon. Okay? This will also help user who have difficulty clicking on every small regions. So yun yung label natin. Okay? Now, let's have a radio button naman. So paano naman yung radio button para makita natin? So tignan natin. Doon sa magiging activity nyo, kasi gagayahin nyo lang naman ito. So, etong video na to yung magiging basis nila. So, i-post nyo na lang yung video, then try to type what is discussed in the video. Kasi i-upload ko naman yung video later on para in your own consumption. Okay? I-upload ko naman yan. Now, let's have the radio button. Let's say, for example, okay. So, bigyan nyo naman ako ng example na pwedeng gamitan yung question na pwedeng gamitan ng radio button. Sige nga. Pakitype yung answer on the chat box. Any question na pwedeng gamitan ng radio button. You know, radio button is, I'll give you 1 minute to do that. Wala. Walang sumasagot. I need answers. What is the possible questions that can be used using a radio button? Gender. How about the others? Dalawa lang yata yung estudyante ko ah. For the consumption of the others, ano ba yung itsura ng radio button? So, radio button is like this. Radio button. Ganito siya. Yan. Yan, yung mga yan. Yeah, this is a radio button. Okay, now can you give me can you give me example of parang pwedeng sagutan using a radio button? Yan, yung mga ganyan. These are radio button. Sige, pakitype yung mga answers natin dyan. Let's say I would have this one. PR na natin to. Samahin natin yan. So, next natin is input type. Video. Okay. And then, let's say, yung EV natin is yun. Pwede din yan. Kasi may nakita ko kanina dyan. Kailan ba natin gagamitin ng radio button? We use radio button if the option is only one. Ay, ibig sabihin, isa lang yung pwede niyang piliin. Okay, we use radio button for that. No? Pagka hindi natin ginawa yun, okay, that means pagka hindi radio button, let's say for example, gender, isa lang ang pwedeng gender doon. No? Okay? So either male and female lang. So kapag ka checkbox ang ginamit natin, pwede niya kasing maklik yung dalawa, male and female. So malilito ka na doon. So, yeah. So, ID, let's have male. Saan na ako? Okay. And then, let's say name. Equals to male. Male din. No? Kasi male gender siya. Then, yung value, ito yung caption niya. Okay, so, yan. Male. So, ito yung lalabas. Delete na lang. And then, yeah. Then, let's have, this is input eh, label. Label kasi kailangan nating ipakita yung age. Label for age. Ba't age yun? Gender pala. Gender. natin yun. Naka-VR ba ako dito? Yan. Ganda ba ito? Naka-VR ako. VR. Yan. Okay. So, doblehin natin. Okay. So, yan, no? Okay. May lumabas na condition as you. Wrong. Should be here. Ito ang separator ko dapat. So, naglagay ako ng ano. So, kailangan natin palabasin yung mail dito. So, ano yan? Okay. So, next natin, we could do, so, pwede na natin ito kunin. Label for mail. Pero hindi na natin yun i-BBR kasi pagka BDR pa natin to dito, hindi siya didikit dun sa ano natin. So, iba't gender na bago. Okay. Yan. So, yan, no? Okay. So, we already have, yan, mail. Tapos, pwede na natin itong kunin ulit. Hindi na natin ito kukunin kasi ito, yung gender dito is pang title yan, di ba? So, ito, pwede na natin ito kunin. Yung ID naman is female. Female din to. Okay, the value is female. Okay. And then, this is female. And this is female. Female. And so we already have that. So, diba? Okay. Tapos, okay. Now, so once na okay na, okay, we may already proceed with the checkboxes naman. So, yan, di ba? Choose your favorite, let's say for example, choose your favorite website, mga ganun. Naka-checkboxes naman sila. So, tignan natin to. So, halos parehas lang din naman. Okay? All we have to do is to change yung type nung input. No? Doon kasi nagkakatalo yan sa type of input. Okay? So, tingnan natin. Now, can you give me example of a question that is applicable for checkboxes? No, para sa mga hindi nakakaalam ng checkboxes, makita rin natin. Okay, checkboxes naman. Checkboxes. Okay, images. Kaya checkboxes, ganito siya. Okay? Okay, can you give me example? Okay, kung ano yung pwedeng magamit using checkboxes. Example that can be used for checkboxes. List of subjects for taking. Okay, correct. Status. Yung status, ano to? Radio button to. When picking for pizza toppings, okay. COVID-19 symptoms, correct. Okay. Yeah, so sige. Tingnan natin. Okay. So gawin natin yung checkboxes naman. Okay. Let's have checkboxes naman tayo. So, ganun pa rin. We could do inside form pa din siya. Pwede rin ilagay natin yan inside form. Then, pwede na tayo dito. Copy na lang natin to. Okay, para hindi na tayo mag-type. Label form. Sabi kanina, COVID-19 symptoms. Yeah. This is correct. Correct example kasi ito, kaya ito lang gamitin natin. Okay? So, next is input natin is this time, it's not radio. It would be checkbox na. So, ganun pa rin. No? May ID pa din. Okay? So, let's say, for example, our ID. Isip tayo ng first symptom. Fever. Let's say, fever. So, fever dito. And the value is fever din. Yeah, so let's say ganyan. Fever. Then, lagay tayo ng label. Kunin na lang natin to. Copy. So, this is fever. And, yes, natin yun. Nasaan na siya? So, yan. Okay. So, meron na tayong checkbox. Okay, so pwede natin kunin to. Fever na yan. Bumaba siya. Pwede nyo gamitan ng mga border yan, ng mga CSS yan. So, pinapakita ko lang yung separado, no? Para alam natin. Now, we could use another, no? Pwede na nating kunin to. Have another. Yan, ano ba? Gender pa rin to. Ano ba pwedeng abbreviation natin dito? Symptoms na lang. Symptoms. Yan. This is symptoms. Next natin, halimbawa, ito is flu. Okay. This is for symptoms. Okay. Checkbox says fever, symptoms. Then checkbox. This is flu. Flu. So flu. Then flu. Currently, wala pang ano to ha. Hindi pa kina-capture yung data na ini-input natin. Wala pa siyang pinagbabagsakan. Okay? So, kasi hindi pa yan nakakonect sa database. Wala pa tayong database. So, ibang discussion yan. Okay? So, yan. No? Okay? So, COVID-19 symptoms, yan. You could check them. No? And so on. Okay? Yan. Now, let's have the submit button. Paano naman yung submit button? Kuha tayo ng submit button. Okay, instead of, no, yung input type mo dito is radio, no? Yung input type mo is checkbox. Pwedeng ang ilalagay mong input type diyan is submit. Okay? So, defines the button for submitting the form data to a form handler. Okay. So, tingnan natin paano yan. maglagay tayo ng submit button. Dito na lang sa pinakababa. Let's say, copy natin to para bumaba ng konti. Ang baba yan eh. Here, let's say, type, submit. Okay. Then values, submit. Simply see, submit. Yan, no? Yan siya. Pagka-clinic mo yan, syempre, walang handler. Okay, kailangan mo lagyan ng handler yan. Okay, pero this is already a submit button. Okay? So, yan. So, magkakaroon ka na ng submit. So, the attribute for, balikan natin to. Okay? So, notice natin that each input field must have a name. So, name attribute, no? Ito. Saan siya? Okay. Ito, yung mga yan, no? Notice natin na merong ganyan. So, if the name attribute is omitted, the value of the input field will not be sent. Okay? So, hindi siya masisend dun sa tamang kalalagyan niya. So, hindi natin pwedeng tanggalin yun. Okay? So, hindi natin pwedeng tanggalin yung mga ganon. So, kailangan, no? Nandun lagi yon. Now, let's focus on the action attribute nung ano natin, nung mga ginawa natin. Okay? So, let's say for example, the action attributes defines the action to be performed when the form is submitted. Usually, yung form na na-send dun sa file on the server when the user clicks the submit button, so malalagay dun sa database natin. Usually ganun yung mangyayari. No? So, ang pinaglalagyan natin ng action attribute natin is dito sa pinakataas, dito sa form dito. Okay? Maglalagay tayo ng action attribute. So, let's say for example, si example 3, nandito ba siya? Si example 3, correct. So, halimbawa, pagka-clinic si action button, si submit button, pwede nating tawagin yung let's say action. Ako na lang. Let's say, tawagin natin si example 3. So, hindi to kasi HTML file siya eh. Dapat PHP to eh. Pero try natin, no? Okay. Kasi HTML, PHP file siya. Tatawagin kasi natin yung PHP file na nandun na yung file natin. Ayan. Okay. Kumana naman siya. Pero parang nagmukha lang siyang hyperlink. Pero ang gusto natin, pagka halimbawa ito, nag-type ako dito. Yan, pili ako dyan. Yan, tapos yan. Sinabit ko. Yung laman nito mapupunta doon sa directive ng database natin. Pero sabi ko nga sa inyo, that is already a PHP code. So, hindi muna natin siya itatouch up ngayon. Okay? So, pinapakita ko muna yung fundamentals ng ano. Okay? Now, we have different target attribute. Yung mga target attribute natin, pwedeng blank page. Okay? Ibig sabihin ng blank page, yung pagka-clinic mo yan, okay, itong submit button, magiging blanco lang siya. No? Okay? So, tignan natin, ha? So, ito. Pwede nating gawin is, lagay tayo dito ng target. Then, ito. So, ang response nito will be a new window or a new tab. Okay. So natin. Okay. Refresh natin. Yan. Yan, no? New tab siya. Di ba? Yung response niya. So, yan yung target. Okay, ganyan yung ginagawa. Kapag self, yung kanina. So, pagka-clinic ko, doon din siya mismo maglo-load, no? Okay? On the current window. Okay? So, ganyan siya. Usually, ganito lang naman siya. So, try natin itong parent kasi, pero wala ako kasing frame eh. Something na, yan. Yung parent kasi, gagamitin mo siya kung meron ka ng mga divisions. Okay? Pero wala naman tayong division, so, hindi siya, ano. So, apat lang naman halos yan eh. So, meron kang blank, meron kang self, meron kang parent, tsaka meron kang top. So, pwede mo rin gamitin itong top. Pero itong top, full body of the window yung display niya. Pero din siya. Okay, another, oops, nawala siya. Another display. Pero kung halimbawa, naka full screen na siya on the top. Okay? Yan. So, next is yung method attribute natin. Yung method attribute natin naman is ginagamit to for posting. Kung halimbawa, kailangan natin ng iba to yung data. So, magkakaroon ka dyan ng method. Ganyan. Tapos equals to post. Ibabato na natin yung data. Now, meron tayong tinatawag ding autocomplete. Okay? We could add autocomplete. Ibig sabihin, kapag ka-blanco, complete. Pwede niyang i-autocomplete yung mga nakalagay dyan. So, naka-on. So, ibig sabihin, kapag ka-blanco, pwede niya ng diretso. So, okay. Pero, syempre, hindi yan lalabas dito. Okay. Ibig lang sabihin niyan yung autocomplete na yan. Kung halimbawa, pinindot niya yon ng walang nakalagay dun sa mga ano niya, mag-fill up yon. Tapos, isi-send niya ng kompleto pa rin. Okay? Next tayo. Meron tayong mga tinatawag na types of input. No? So, meron tayong button, meron tayong checkbox, meron tayong color, meron tayong email, marami yan. Search, submit, telephone, URL. No? So, tingnan natin. Kuha na tayo ng isa dito siguro. Kuha tayo dito. Halimbawa, gusto natin yung marami kasing type eh. Okay. Kuha tayong isa pa. Label. User. Or let's say user. Then natin yung user. Tapos tingnan natin siya i-BBR, doon na siya. No? Okay. Yung input type niya. Input, tapos type. Password. Okay. Para encrypted yung ginagawa mo. No? Okay. Tapos ID. Kailangan natin ng ID. Password. Yung name natin. Password din. password. Tapos kailangan ko ng text dito. I-gets nyo naman yung pinapakita ko, no? Okay, paki-type nga ng kung clear, paki-type yung word na clear kung nagigets natin at nasusundan pa rin natin. Okay, so ito is user. So, user din to. Ko lang. And then, ito siya. So, ito yung username ko. Yan. So, yung password ko, encrypted. Okay? So, yan. Type of input din to, ha? Yan, password. So, kung password siya, password. Okay? So, ganun siya. Okay? Another. Let's have another. Tignan natin ano pa yung mga useful dito. We could do, we already done with the, ano, okay. Try natin yung input type is, let's say, color. No? Color naman. So, okay. BR tayo dito. So, pinagsama-sama ko nito. No? Pag gagawin nyo rin, magkakasama din. Okay? Yung activity natin is yung magkakasama. Okay? All we have to do is to just repeat this. No? Para makita lang natin kung ano yung result ng ginagawa natin. Okay? So, halimbawa, label muna tayo dito. For, let's say, color. Itong kulay. And select yung mismong lalabas dun sa screen natin. Okay, select your favorite color. And the label. So, the next, input type natin. Input type. Yeah. Type is equals to, yan lahat kasi ng input type eh. Color. Yeah. Color, yan. Okay, then we have ID. ID is equals to color. And then, huwag natin gamitin yung color. Gawin natin fab. Kasi baka ano siya eh. Reserved word. Kasi color na yung input type natin. So, ID, after ng ID, name na tayo. Name equals to color. Of color. Yan. Where's my natin. Yan, no? Okay. So, ito naman yung input type na yan. Okay. Yan. So, parang palette, no? Parang palette siya. Okay. Yan. So, yan naman siya. How about, ang gusto naman natin is date. Parang calendar naman. So, pwede naman yun, no? Pwede rin. We could have, ito, pwede na natin ito. Para hindi na tayo mag-type. So, we are here. Okay. Label for birth date. Birth date. Then, settings. Ito. Hindi natin kunin ito. Okay, as label. Diba? Okay, birth date. Tapos yung input type natin, ito, pwede na natin copy paste to, palitan lang natin yung type. Halos pare-parehas lang naman sila eh. Okay? So dito, lalagay lang natin is date. Ayan. Tapos, ID and name is birthday. Ayan. Basta na-familiarize na natin yung way kung paano natin baguhin yung type of input, tuloy-tuloy na yan. Hindi naman siya mahirap sundan. Okay? So, saan siya? So, yun. Ito na siya. Okay? Yan, no? Okay, so, yan naman siya. Okay? Pwede rin tayong maglagay ng date time, no? Date time. So, pwede rin yan. Okay? So, ito, pwede lang natin itong palitan, no? Date time local. Yan. Ganyan natin yan. Pati time, no? Okay, pati time. Okay? So, ganun siya. Then, you could have also, no? Copy natin to. Then natin yung dagdagan. Say, email. Email. So, input type natin, email. Email. Or email. This one is email at kasi hindi natin pwedeng gamitin yung way na email kasi baka magka-problema. So, yan. Iiba natin. Okay. Yan. Baka kasi ito email, yung type yan eh. So, ito name kasi itong mga to. So, hindi natin ginamit. The same as it is. So, email, ayan. So, specifically email yung kukunin niya. Okay? You could also have file. Yung input mo is parang mag-upload ka. Mag-upload ka, no? Okay? So, lahat to dinidiscuss ko na, lahat ng input types, para pagka dun sa activity natin, talagang pwede na kayong mag-compose ng isang, what you call this, a page na parang registration or uploading page, no? Okay, so, ito. Copy ko na lang to. BRBR. Bumaba siya. BRBR natin to para bumaba din. Let's say, let's have this, let's say, for select a file. Select a file. And then, pwede natin itong gamitin my file. My file. Lang natin ito. Ito. Yan. Tapos, ano yung input type natin pagka ganito? File lang. So, this would allow you to upload. Then, choose a file. Okay, so it would allow you to get a file already. Okay? Question doon? Question sa mga, ano? Do we have any questions, clarification? Pakitype yung none kung wala as of the moment. Okay. Okay. So, I think clear pa, no? Clear pa. Okay. Okay. Now we have other type like for example number, no? Pwede rin 'yon, no? Meron din tayong tinatawag na month, no? Month lang. Basta yung input type makikita natin dito. Okay? Yan. Basta madami naman yan eh. Kapag ka nag-type tayo dyan, you'll have different types of input. Now, meron tayong mga tinatawag na medyo input restrictions. Halimbawa, gusto mo ah, may pre-select na, naka-disable, may maximum input field, may maximum length, may minimum length, mga ganun. Those are restrictions, no? May mga restrictions tayong makikita. Let's say for example, uh, let's say input range tayo. Copy ulit natin. So, halimbawa, yung type ng input natin is range. So, let's say one. Para makita nyo yung parang mga restrictions. So, let's vol. Copy paste this. Vol. And then, let's say here, yung type nung ano ko, input ko is range. Range. So, may mga restrictions na to kasi range yan eh, hindi pwedeng unlimited. So, I could dive to minimum of, let's say, 0. Okay. And then, maximum of, of let's say, 50. Yan. So, yan. Okay. Range to. Okay. So, yan. Kita natin yan. Okay. Tapos, this is restrictions, ah. Okay. Mga restrictions yan. Okay? So far, no, those are the attributes that you could make in uh, in your forms, no. So ibig sabihin, your activity is to create this kind of interface, no, na at least na try lang natin. Okay? Tapos hindi ko kayo bibigyan ng medyo mahirap na activity today kasi exam nyo na next week. So, I want you to focus on your exam. Kaya ganito lang kasimple yung activity ko. All you have to do is to watch the recorded video and then follow what I did in the code and what I did in the uh, video, and then pa onti-onti i-try din natin siyang yan ilagay, no? Now you may uh, have this differently, no? Pwede niyong ibahin 'to. You may change this into different, you know, pwede niyo nang ayusin din, actually pwede niyo siyang ayusin into a good form other than this para medyo pagka sinabit niyo sa akin mas maayos. Kasi ito, I did it on purpose that you guys would have to see it like this para at least pagka habang dide-demonstrate ko is tuloy-tuloy ako. Okay? So that is our discussion for today. That ends your forms, no? Ibig sabihin, ito yung discussion natin all about form. All you have to do is to just follow this instruction. Okay? And then submit the HTML file and the random screenshot on the link I'm going to provide later. Okay? So i-upload ko yung file na to, i-upload ko, I mean yung video na to ngayong araw na to. Hihintayin ko lang na ma-render, matapos ma-render yung file ko. So most probably 12 o'clock naka-ready na to. Okay? Kasi ang magiging deadline niyan is until next week. Okay? Questions so far with our discussion? Clarification? Do we have any? Kung walang question, pakitype present. Okay, so good, good. Okay, good. Okay. So I think that's it, no? We are done with our discussion. Uh, and you guys prepare yourselves for the final exam. Okay? Thank you for attending our class and see you guys next week. Bye bye. Thank
Thank
you.
you, sir.
Bye, sir. Thank you.
Okay.